Welcome to One Word a Day. I'm Sophia, pilot into the universe of Chinese. Let's continue unpacking some supposedly equestrian age character. And we have been working with metal processing a lot. And today is another way, is to cast. 铸. And you can see cast as a process is more complicated, I would argue, more so than forging it, like what we had yesterday. You're just pounding on the metal to make it into shape. But here is apparently you want to make it into a lot more complicated shape. And ancient people figure out how to make a mold and then pour the liquid of metal piece into that mold to form something as complicated as it was. And in fact, a lot of Chinese ancient way of writing like these here, I put here, like each of them is like a piece of artwork. Um, Whoever is the ancient copywriter or ancient craftsman who eternalize such imageries of Chinese characters. One of the many, many ways of renderings in the one of the many, many millennials of the evolution of that character on a particular media, which is cast bronze. And so lots of Chinese character preserved that way. So cast, special, uh, especially cultural significant technology. And you can see it's very complicated, the way it's written. The left side is still metal piece. We have this golden nuggets kind of imagery, gathering underground imagery on the left side. The right side, though, means longevity. And longevity plus metal, does that also create a concept of cast? Okay, if you process metal just by forging it, you can forge into relatively simple shapes. But if you want to preserve your thoughts, your visions, your message in written form, right? Cast it into eternal peace. That's the way to longevitize your idea, right? So metal plus longevity means cast totally makes sense in that way. That's how you traverse the pounding of time that you thousands years of later people can still see your message already eternalized onto these metal pieces, cast iron pieces. So in that sense, longevity totally makes sense. But in talking about the process, how it's made, we have these two cropped out renderings that happened in the past. This is simply 2,000 years ago 许称说文解字 dictionary. The compiler of the dictionary didn't include this version, but this was preserved somewhere else. It's just not paired together with the metal symbol. But this was supposed to be the original process, how casting was done. And you can see this almost like a bottle with a bottle neck and a stopper there. This container thing. Within the container, this twist and turn of mouse symbol to mouse symbol there. So it's simply something liquidy inside the bottle. And we have this other people's hand. When we have a first person perspective hand, it's always looking like this, three finger or five finger looking like this. But if you see on top of the frame here, is on top of the frame, this reaching down, that's somebody else's hand. So somebody else is holding a bottle of liquidy thing, pour it into this container. It looks like a cup too. And supposedly this could be that mold of the cast iron that you're going to pour this hot liquid into the mold. And this is another rendering of it. And we can, well, interestingly, there's a cross symbol there, but Chinese has no crucifixion concept. So if you see a cross, it's nothing to do with Christianity at all. And there's almost like a broken beer bottle, almost, right? The top of it. And then have this drip drop of supposed the liquidy part inside the bottle going downward into this container. So here, this two renderings of casting process was not preserved into our dictionary. So the later dictionary only used this longevity symbol, which is the old people symbol, which is multi-layered canopies. So humans project our longevity concept onto trees. So if you see a canopy that's multi-layered, that means it's been around for a long time. So this is the old people symbol, and then we have the mouse symbol. We have this twist and turn, and another twist and turn inside that. I would visualize that as kind of a continuation through life's zig and zag. It's a long, continuous piece, and the mouse symbolizes either that person's wisdom, that person's speaking, like continuously having something to say over time, even especially I guess into older age. So that's how Chinese symbolize longevity. And the traditional carry the same way. It's simplified a little bit already. You can see this is way too complicated to write. And this is already simplified, and to the simplified Chinese since 1958 onward, that's even further got simplified. But longevity, precious metal, I can buy that too. Or there's a process of cast iron making of this hot liquid pour into a mold, visualizing these two icon examples, can also work. So that's cast, 铸造. So just like yesterday, we have 锻造. We pair it with the character 造, make, to make it audibly double insurance to make sure audibly when we hear 铸造, the chances of the same pronunciation of these two characters connected together, making the 铸造 sound something like something else, some other meaning, some double, like a pun. That chance got way lower by double down. Versus if you hear 铸, it can mean multitudes of things. But when you hear 铸造, then more likely it's cast, make. Okay, 助词, Chinese through thousands of years of refinement of the language. This culture itself value language. And you can see we use cast, word. This wording, the word choice, pondering for a long time to pick just the right word. And that was a big deal. So we have to use as, I guess, a costly metal processing character cast together with the word to mean you really put in a lot of efforts and thoughts and craftsmanship into casting your message out by using the exactly right word. So that's 助词. We have 助言, yan. Even if contemporary, yan simply means look, means somebody's face, almost, right? And in ancient times, it actually means talent. I mean, somebody who has a mastery of literacy and can use the right words to express the message beautifully, eloquently. And you can see that the Chinese really, really value the language masters, whoever have a talent of words. We regard that as talent, not engineering talent, not mathematical talent, not athletic talent, not explorer wandering and found a new continent kind of talent, but the talent of words. That's the talent Chinese as a whole culture value so much. And so 助言, we emphasize the raising a talent of, mastery of words, like a super literacy, I guess. We use cast. So it's going through high temperature and molded into this talent that can use this language to the mastery level. So that's 助言. And simply here, humble cast iron pan here. And that's what I'm cooking these days with. And that's the best, I guess, most everyday item that we can relate with that went through this casting process. That's cast. Thank you for your time. See you next day.